What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I see in the title is going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. This is what's crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie. So we literally have Jasmine Crockett here, literally agreeing, that, and I'm gonna let y'all watch the video. You know, on MSNBC, of I want to say one of these individuals. I forgot who said it, but literally saying pick up a weapon, we're at war. And this goes to show y'all right here, if y'all watch my last video in Navarro, of what I'm talking about when it comes to inciting violence, getting on these the mainstream media, getting on these different things, getting on live television and saying things like this. Check out what Jasmine Crockett says here.
But this is a war. This isn't a battle, and we absolutely will win this war.
It is a war. It is indeed a war. And I have to say, they have won some battles, Jasmine, but we have to keep our eye on the war, and everybody needs to pick up a weapon and get involved, because this is a...
And she's laughing and agreeing about that. It
goes the safety and lasting of the country. And
it's sad, bro. I promise y'all, it's definitely sad and it's messed up. I mean, you see it and hear it all the time. Says Jasmine Crockett, when I see ICE, I see slave patrols. Even if you know the history of policing, you understand they were born out of slave patrols. Check out what she says here, y'all.
But as somebody who understands history, when I see ICE, I see slave patrols. Now, I never lived through the slave patrol period, but if you know the history of policing in this country, then you understand that they were born out of slave patrols.
It's literally, it's one of those things of getting people hyped up. Not only people, when it comes to the left, but you're talking about people who are obviously avoiding ICE. People that are I'm telling y'all, bro, like, this right here is literally going to start so much trouble by her getting on, live television and saying things like this. And honestly, it has really already been started. I don't know why I say it's literally, but I'm saying it can get worse. And I don't want it to get worse. I'm not, hoping it is, but it literally can. It literally can, just based off of, the things that she's been saying. Let's check out what Elon Musk has to say, calling out left-wing violence, y'all.
And then you see how much violence there's on the left, with our friend Charlie Kirk getting cold blood this week, and people on the left celebrating it openly. The left is the party of and celebrating more. I mean, let that sink in for a minute.
Exactly.
That's who we're dealing with here. That is who we're dealing with.
It's sad, bro. It's literally sad. Non-stop. This is literally non-stop. You're dealing with, this violence when it's coming from the left, bro. Definitely sad, definitely messed up. This right here is a video that I know for a fact that if y'all see me typing, I have to take out words, y'all. I have to take out words. So that when I do edit, these are some very messed up words. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Says here, conservatives are demanding the FBI investigate this person who was calling for, assassination of Charlie Kirk's widow, and his family. One thing about this is completely insane. I actually sent it. If y'all know who Retro Steph is on YouTube, I actually sent this to him. He didn't see this video, and it's pretty crazy that he didn't, because I've literally been seeing it pop up. So y'all probably have seen this video. It literally has 5.9 million views, but this is in fact exactly what I'm talking about. It's not something I'm just making up like, oh yeah, well, I don't think that, Jasmine Crockett and everybody else is just making up things and saying this, saying that. They're literally, bro, they are literally going on X, going on Facebook, going on these different things and saying stuff not only about Charlie Kirk, but his wife and his kids, his grandmother, and everybody, So check out what she says here, y'all.
So I keep on seeing post about this Charlie dude, whatever, Kirk dude, whatever, regardless. And let me just say this. I'm surprised that y'all didn't get rid of him sooner. And I'm surprised that you guys aren't getting rid of more people. Wow. Don't stop with him. Don't let him be the end dog. Get rid of them all. and the ones that are above him. Your mayor.
Wow.
Your city councilman.
And they're playing music, so I might have to skip up a little bit, y'all.
Oh, get rid of them. Yeah. Like, what? It was so crazy. I watched like a 60-minute, whatever. Y'all know things he said, and they're like so atrocious that like his wife deserves to go too. Y'all keep on talking about his wife and kids. They need to go too because they're carrying on that mentality and that lineage.
Mind y'all, this is a person I know for a fact don't know nothing that she's talking about. Y'all clearly can see. But this is the stuff that I'm talking about. When you literally have a person that's in Congress, you know, you're having a mayor, you're having different people, you know, getting online and saying different things. And then people like this are seeing that. And I'm not saying this by all means that, you know, using it as an excuse or anything like that. But that just goes to show y'all right here. If this person in Congress can do it, this mayor, this ex-president, this person, you know, that is this so-called influencer can do this and do that. Oh, I'm about to get on the internet and say what I got to say, and say hurtful things, and say disrespectful things, say arrogant things. I'm telling y'all, bro, this is sad.
Get rid of the whole family. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why did you guys stop with him? Why did you stop with him? Go get his grandma. Because who raised you? Like, your mom ought to be ashamed for breathing scum like you. Get rid of the whole family. Like, y'all too scared.
That is sad,
y'all
bro.
too scared. You gonna have to take out trash to get a clean house. Like, it is what it is. If the trash can is stinking up the house, you gotta take out the garbage.
I'm not even gonna lie. I can't watch no more of this trash, as she says, honestly, because this right here is just is very evil. It's very evil. They actually found out who this person is. I'm not going to show it on my platform, but y'all can go find this video, Eric Daugherty, on X. I just don't, me personally, I don't want to, get in trouble, anything like that. So I'm not going to put, a lot, the information out about this individual. But one thing that I do have to say is that, God sees all. God definitely sees all. And this type of person, not only this person, but, when you have Representative Jasmine Crockett, saying things like this is one of the causes. And I know that, obviously these are different individuals when it comes down to it, but they enable a lot. They say a lot, they do a lot. And then when young adults, young teens see stuff like this, especially when they seeing Jasmine Ghetto Crockett, on, live television saying this and saying that, you're literally having other people, that thinks it's okay to do, thinks it's okay to say, and it's not, bro. I'm telling y'all, it's not. This right here, and I know y'all seen a hateful video. I'm gonna show y'all some cool videos, just but this right here, this is a individual that went to Charlie Kirk's vigil and show support. So I feel like this is something that is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. One thing about it, as this person said down here, I've seen. Let me see if I can find it. I seen the comment and I was like, see, that's what's up, but I probably can't even find it. I'm pretty mad. Okay, well, I've been trying to tell you, the rules have always been do what you like, don't push it on people, stay away from the kids. Republicans have literally been the same forever, but when you try to tell people, you literally, pew the messenger. So pretty insane. But check this video out, y'all.
Vigil in Philly, and just leaving the Charlie Kirk vigil in Philly, and let me tell you, I'm now knowing that the Republican Party is full of the most inclusive people, okay? For all of you asking yesterday on TikTok whether I was gonna show up in full makeup, I did. This is what the right does. We come together for the greater good. And I said something this morning. I was a little hesitant on coming because I was like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know who's going to be here. I don't know you know, anything. But then I thought about something that Charlie Kirk said, and he always used to say, never surrender. And that's what we did. We're never gonna surrender. And this guy that did this to him, kind of like what Erica Kirk said, you have no idea what you guys just started, because now's the time we're gonna speak louder.
Exactly.
That was confirmation for me.
Exactly.
I know. Mm-hmm.
One thing about it is that, you know, people, especially people, you know, that's been, you know, supporting, you know, Charlie Kirk, even if you know, weren't, you know, too much. I've only put out 2 videos of, you know, since, you know, obviously before now, you know, about Charlie Kirk. You know, y'all can check those videos out. Just type in Charlie Kirk, Life with Recklezz or Recklezz, and it should pop up. You know, back then. It's been a while, but I've always seen his clips, you know, and seeing so many people, you know, been speaking out, you know, and speaking out, you know, about, you know, Charlie Kirk, and, you know, just everything. It just goes to show y'all that one thing about it is that regardless, it is, people are going to continue to put out more and more things, you know, on everything, you know, that's right. You know, speaking up, you know, and that's what I absolutely love. You know, that's what I absolutely love, you know, about a lot, you know, is that people can, you know, go out and speak. You know, it's so many conservatives that I see, and so many people for the right that's literally been speaking out, you know, and you know, being positive, you know, being cool, you know, that just goes to show y'all, you know, on how things is. You know, I'm gonna go to this clip right here, but this is literally, says thousands of patriots showed up Long Island, New York, to light up the sky, you know, and it's for, you know, Charlie Kirk, obviously. You know, and I just feel like it's just one of those things that I feel like it's one of those things, and I want to say this in the right way. It's one of those things that I don't want to say this the wrong way. It's one of those things that you have, you know, as a person, that has, you know, always had this belief, you know, and had this, you know, drive, you know, like myself, like others, you know, that's on this, you know, YouTube platform. And I can name hundreds, you know, of names that, you know, that's on this platform, you know, and you know, when I, you know, speaking of obviously YouTube, and, you know, I got, you know, a few friends and stuff like that I usually talk to, you know, on a daily basis, that's, you know, doing YouTube and stuff like that, you know, especially Retro Steph, you know, and I it's one of those things that make you want to go harder, you know, meaning, you know, getting the truth out, you know, doing what's right, you know, for the people. You know, I literally told Retro Steph, bro, like, one day, bro, like, I know for a fact that, like, I'm gonna try, and I know this probably is about to sound crazy, but I'm definitely gonna try, bro. Like, I have it in my head. Like, I've literally never thought about this. Like, and I told Retro Steph this before. Like, I would never want to be president or anything like that. But I told him the other day, like, bro, like, one day, trust and believe, bro. Like, I'm gonna try to be president. I know it's a lot of things that I gotta change, a lot of things that I do, you know, that I have to do, but one day, bro, like, I look, you know, I wanna do something. You know, I definitely want to do something, because I feel like there's a lot that, you know, I feel like there's a lot more that I can do. And I feel like, you know, this happening, it gave me so much drive to even go harder for, you know, so many people, so many individuals, you know, because I feel like so many people don't really know what's going on. You know, I feel like they get on the internet and they speak, you know, what they see, you know, from the internet, or what they see from, you know, a different individual or family member or something like that. And there's so many young adults that really need that guidance, you know. So that's how I look at it, you know. Let's check out Aquarius Wave, y'all.
Y'all want to know something about these black liberals who continue to label the late, great Charlie Kirk as a quote-unquote racist or a white supremacist? Y'all want to know what that's really about? See, in order for them to feel justified in their hatred towards a man that they do not know, and most of them weren't even exposed to up until this point. And by exposed, I mean those little clips that are taken out of context. Yeah, see, the folks who label him a quote-unquote racist and a white supremacist, some are even labeling him as the next member or damn near leader of the K, and the other K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got to feel good about their own bitterness, their own hatred, and so they have to mark him as a white supremacist. Yeah, see,
sad.
When you need to feel justified about your wrongdoing, you know, in the same way a criminal has to make up some story. Well, the reason I'm stealing is because my kids need to eat. So you can't get your ass a job?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the same type of logic they use here. Well, he deserved to lose his life. Yeah, in front of his kids in broad daylight for having conversations because he was a white supremacist. Really? Well, I would ask the countless black folk who he made a way for. Countless.
Come on now. And I'm going to follow up with that. This is Terrence K. Williams. Early goes here. It says, Charlie Kirk was not a racist. I will not sit back and allow people to spread that lie. I gave Charlie Kirk his flowers last year and thanked him for helping 100 of young black people get an invite to the White House back in 2019. He helped pay for most of their flights, hotels, because it cost so much to travel, and he didn't want them to miss out. That right there goes to show y'all a lot. This is the things that I'm talking about when it comes to me doing my best to spread out the knowledge to people. They go and they see, oh, Charlie Kirk, he said this, and they put these little 10-second clips, not the whole clip, but 10-second clips to make him out to be a bad person. But he helped hundreds, of young black people get to the White House, something that they wanted to do. Not only, pay for the flights, but hotels too. I don't know about y'all, but flights cost a lot, and hotels definitely do as well. And this is not just a little overnight stay. Is I'm pretty sure a weekend experience. Let's check it out. Terrence Kirk. I said Terrence Kirk. Terrence K. Williams.
I want to give Charlie some credit here, okay? Back in 2019.
It just goes to show you that Charlie Kirk is literally in all of us. Come on, y'all.
Charlie Kirk helped a lot of young blacks get to the White House. He changed a lot of their lives. A lot of them never imagined going to the White House, and Charlie helped hundreds of young black boys and girls go to the White House. Mm-hmm. Charlie, thank you for that.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, man.
So for people who want to call Charlie a racist, kiss my black ass. Excuse my language. Charlie Kirk is not a racist.
I love this guy. I'll tell you. And, by the way, I have some New York Times reporters for you to talk to.
I'll talk to them.
No, yeah.
I'm telling y'all right here, like, I feel like this, I know for a fact, this is definitely a person that, won't be forgotten. I can definitely tell y'all that, I don't know, just an amazing person. Just an amazing person. One thing about it, Charlie Kirk, I think the first time I seen Charlie Kirk, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was a video. I probably can't find the video, y'all. I'm so mad I probably can't find the video. But the first time I did see Charlie Kirk was he did something. It was something he did, was speaking or something like that. He was with Candace Owens, and seeing that, it was fire. And I mean, it was so fire. I was like, dang, this is dope. I think it was right around the first time that I actually start, doing these type of videos, because I don't know if y'all don't know, I came from doing videos, from music reactions, comedy, sports, and stuff like that, those type of reactions. And I love music. I love all kinds of music. I can tell y'all about a lot. I've listened to music all the way down to, I'm pretty sure, like the 1930s, 40s, up until now, and it hip hop, country, pop, rock, even beatboxing. So like I've coming from that, and just seeing, and seeing, these different type of experiences, and just seeing, because I never got, into, anything political. My dad, is I've always, into the political things, ever since I'm pretty sure it was like 13, 14 years old. And I know most of y'all know my dad, is he says, independent leaning Democrat, but Democrat, and just seeing that, I've wanted to stay away from it, but I got into it, and I started to see things, for myself. And I tell y'all, I literally couldn't imagine myself changing my mind from where I am today, and what I've seen and how I think today, with a lot that's going on. This right here, We Are Charlie Kirk movement is going worldwide. This is literally in South Korea. South Korea. We Are Charlie Kirk. It's going worldwide. This is in United Kingdom, Korea, New Zealand, and Australia. This is how strong Charlie Kirk is. This is what you did, Charlie. This is something that is amazing to me. This is what you did. This is how many people you put a positive impact on. Like this right here is fire to me. This is definitely fire. When I seen this, I just stared at it really. I stared at it because it's like, bro, like this is actually like amazing, bro. United Kingdom, Korea, you got the United States, Australia, New Zealand. You have, all these different parts of the world, and so many people are honoring you and following what you did. So this is definitely amazing. I know he's smiling, looking down. It's just something that's definitely sad. It's definitely sad. But one thing about it is that just got to keep being positive. Don't let nobody get to you, especially when it comes to this social media things. I'm gonna do my best, just as as well as my peers, to spread the knowledge. Some people just need the extra, that extra knowledge, that extra sentence, to get, some positivity, some common sense, in the head. But I definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Let me know y'all comments and thoughts, on this video. Definitely appreciate every single last one of y'all. Catch y'all next one.